Hey again guys, so this video is going to talk about your syllabus and your calendar, which you can find on course content. You can also find on the welcome page, and if you have any questions about that, you can also email me just in case you can't find those documents. But those will be under course content under week 1, and they will also be under your welcome page. So to go over your syllabus quickly, you have a syllabus quiz, which will be due on Monday, July the 8th. Class opens July 5th. Welcome. I know Friday start is not ideal. I'm not loving that start date. I'm sure you're not loving it either. So I don't want to jam pack you on Friday, and I don't want to make you do homework on the weekends because we all know that sucks. So your stuff will be due Monday. So your syllabus quiz, your introduction discussion board will be due Monday by midnight, Monday, July 8th. To cover your syllabus and give a little bit of a guideline, your course is going to be, again, 4 weeks. We're going to jam pack a lot of stuff in there, so please bear with me. I'm going to try and make it as simple as possible, but again, 4 weeks, it's a short amount of time for a 60-week class. Your course is worth 300 points, not a lot of points, but we do try to have as many assignments that are feasible that make sense without giving you busy work, because we all hate busy work. So you will have quizzes. I'm usually not a lover of quizzes, but I do find that they're helpful to kind of reevaluate the information. You can take them twice, so you get 2 attempts. It'll take your highest grade. They are timed, so the quizzes will last 15 minutes, and you can use your notes. So that's the good thing about these quizzes. I really want you to learn, and I want you to gain information versus just reiterating or trying to memorize silly information that's not pertinent. So I'd rather you review the question, then go back on your notes and look at it, and then answer. You have a quiz per chapter, so you could have up to 3 quizzes per week. Again, I really am not trying to put emphasis on the quizzes. I really just am trying to give them for you to gain that information in that setting, if that works for you, if that's how you learn. So 14 quizzes, 5 points each, 10 questions. So they're half a question a piece. Again, I'm not weighing a whole lot into the quizzes. 5 points. I think it's like 70 points total for your quizzes in general. The next assignment type that we'll have are discussion boards. So although this is an online class, there is a fitness component to it. So I just want to put that out there front and foremost. There is a fitness component. So each week you will get a list of different things that you can do for physical activity that week. I want you to pick something that you're interested in doing, not something that you have done before necessarily, but something that you wouldn't do normally. So put yourself outside of your comfort zone and try something new. Those discussion boards are going to be talking about what you did that week, addressing questions like your heart rate. Were you within your target heart rate? What was your experience? Did you have a good experience? So your initial post will always be due on Thursday. So that initial post, again, is due on Thursday, making sure that it's a good post. It's not just, I hated running, and that's that. I really want you to be as in-depth as you can be of, I really didn't enjoy this, but gained something valuable. It's a good cardio workout. I just don't do cardio. Kind of expanding on your experience. That's 10 points. And then your discussion board, you will respond to one classmate by Sunday. So your response is due by Sunday at midnight. That response, again, should be thoughtful, should be kind of conversational, thought-provoking, asking each other questions of, okay, well, what video did you do? What do you normally do? Why didn't you like it? Or disagree. Say, I love that video. I hate that you didn't enjoy it, but I love that video. It was one of my favorites. Be afraid. Don't be afraid. It's a conversation, and that's the whole point of the discussion board, is a conversation piece. So your discussion boards are 15 points a piece. You have 1 per week. We'll have physical activity each week, even if we have 2 days in the week. The other piece of your class will be blogs. So each week for 4 weeks, we will do a blog or a critique, one or the other. And they're going to be real life applications to the information that we're learning each week. So the blogs are more real life application. I'm giving you PowerPoints with Jackson County community health data on it. Not many people are privy to that information, so I'm sharing this with you for you to learn and for you to be able to apply it based upon what we're learning that week, and to apply it to a county that you're potentially in or living in, or that you are associated with by going to Western. So that's what the blogs are for. I'm not putting a word count on it. If I need to when we start, I will. But I really want you to kind of think of this as a one-page essay. I want you to think of the blog as a place for insightfulness, for initiative to research something, and to kind of evaluate, really use those critical thinking skills in the blog, and thinking about, what health disparities am I seeing in my county? What health inequities am I seeing? Or inequalities? Which ones am I seeing personally, or my family, or, just whatever you're learning in classes. Maybe you've learned something new in nursing or engineering, or whatever it may be. Maybe you've learned something in health disparities, health inequities, health inequalities, things of that nature that apply to what we're discussing that week. So we'll have 4 blogs, or 20 points apiece. I want you to respond to a classmate, and that's due on Sunday. So both of those things are due on Sunday. So your initial post and your response are due on Sundays. Communication-wise, email is the best way to get to me. I've provided 2 emails on there. Please don't use my personal email unless it's an emergency. I have my personal email on my phone, but I also have my Western email on my phone. So again, please don't use my personal email unless you just are not getting a response from my Western email. And even if that's the case, please email me again. I think you'll find that I'm pretty responsive. Within 48 hours is always my goal to get back to you. If you email me on Friday night, I will not respond until Sunday. I do not check my email on Friday night or Saturdays. Those are my personal time. I'm sorry, I'm human too. So Friday and Saturday are kind of off limits. If you want a response from me on Friday about an assignment that's due on Sunday, I really, really encourage you to think farther in advance and to look at that assignment earlier in the week to get a response from me. Because what ultimately might happen is you'll email me on Friday at 3 p.m. and I won't be checking my email, and you won't get a response from me until Sunday afternoon, and it could be too late for you to submit an assignment, or too late for the advice to be helpful. So I always encourage you to think of assignments earlier in the week and take a look at them, and then ask me questions throughout the week. Now, that doesn't mean don't email me. I'm just kind of throwing that out there of please be more thoughtful in the process, and letting you know that I will not be checking my email Friday or Saturday. There's no extra credit in this class, but I do have a wellness program initiative that's going to be going on in September that if you are interested in being part of, please let me know. I can't offer you extra credit because the class will be over by then, but if you are interested for extra credit for maybe for another class that might be pedagogy or education-based or health-based, let me know and I can chat with your professor and see what we can come up with in that regard. As for anything else in the syllabus, the only other thing that I can think of to make sure that you're knowledgeable about is I get so many students that do not capitalize the word I, and we're in college. You should be able to shift I or do it in Word and it will autocorrect for you. Amazing, right? So please make sure that you're doing that. I really don't like to be the bad guy. I know we're not in a literature class, but again, you're in college, and at some point you're going to have to correct that for your career. So you get a warning the first time whenever you do it consistently, and then the next time you get 50% off of your assignment, and then the next time you get a 0. So please make sure you're staying on top of that. I understand every once in a while that slips up and it happens, no big deal. But if it's consistent and you're really just not doing proper grammar, proper spelling, then I will give you a warning, and from there on out, then you could reduce a grade. So if you have any questions about the syllabus, please let me know. The calendar, pretty straightforward. Your due dates are on the right-hand side. Readings, please review all chapters, PowerPoints, videos like these, and your Jackson County data PowerPoint.